Hey peeps, how y'all doing today? Y'all doing good? That's good. What you doing? What you doing besides watching this video? What was you doing before you started watching this video? Put it like that. That sounds interesting. Oh, okay. Today is Saturday, July. Oh wait, what's today's date? Oh, July the 22nd. I got the hubby, he barbecuing the left of the rib tips and ribs. And he just brought some in and I had a few of them. I think I got some of the meat stuck in my teeth. So today is July 22nd at 11:55 in the a.m. It's almost 12 o'clock noon, y'all. But I wanted to do something a little different. I don't know if this is something I want to continue to do. It all depends on my brain, what comes to the brain. But right now, this is what always comes. This is stuff that I have, for the most part, always contemplated on, think about. And when I talk to the hubby, I ask him. When I'm just talking to my kids, I just put these questions out here because I'm not like plugged into what's going on in the world like that. I'm really not out here. I be at home. I've been homeschooling for the last 6 years. And so I done did a lot of research within homeschooling because I be on the computer all the time looking for stuff for my kids, some work for my kids to do. And sometimes, well, really before I start homeschooling, I had to start doing research about. I used to go to the Bible bookstore and I used to look at a lot of different books, and then some of the books, the titles would get my attention. I started thinking about like, never thought about that. Let me get this book and see what this is about. And it just started opening my brain up, my mind up and everything. And so now I am like just programmed to think outside the box. And so when a thought comes to my mind or a question comes to my mind, I like to talk it over with the hubby. And I also like to put it out to my kids because I want my kids to think outside the box. Don't just believe everything people feed you, what people tell you, just everyday people, you know. And I want them to know how to do that, you know, and research. You know, if somebody tell you something don't sound right, if you can research it, it's on a whole different level, a deeper level. You know, you pray about it, and I do believe God will, you know, reveal and manifest things to you as well through that way too, the truth. And it's all about the truth. So I was just sitting up because tomorrow we're gonna paint, and I'm just doing white, bright white, my doors and little trim, whatever. So I was thinking about let me just write it down so I can have a sense of direction when I start painting, where I want to start, and go and look around and see everything that I really want to paint and write it down. Because man, stuff would just slip my mind like that, and I'd be like, I knew it was something else I had wanted to do, and it'll be gone in the wind. So I'm gonna write that down. But when I was thinking about doing that, I was just sitting here like, I had watched this documentary last night. I think it was called Tears, Trail of Tears. It was about the Native Americans and how the Europeans came over here and took their land and came up with the Removing Act and all that. And man, I felt some type of way about that, right? And you know, stuff that's really like that, I get emotional about. I don't know why. It's just like I'm wired like that, I'm built like that. And it takes me places. And so this is where it took me, because I was thinking about that this morning. I was talking about it with the kids. I was telling them, you know, I watched this documentary because I was real hot last night. They was watching movies. I left. I had to go lay down and give me some air. And so that what was on when I left, and it was part 1 and part 2. I didn't finish watching all of it because part 2 came on kind of late. But I'm sure it's probably like on YouTube or some PBS. It was on, I think it was on channel 11 and everything. And I was like, But it just, I was questioning a lot of stuff about that. And so with that question triggered some more questions, and this is what I want to do. I wrote 15 questions down that I be thinking about, just me and everything, nothing personal. I mean, I'm kind of thinking outside the box right here. And I know a lot of us uncomfortable with that. Then some of us probably do ask questions and probably just keep it in our head and don't like talk about it or whatever, because that's kind of how I am, unless something just really triggered me and I just put it out there. And I think that documentary triggered me. Well, I want to put it out here. So with this video, I'm just going to put 15 questions out there and just think about it. You know, just not just surface thinking, deep thinking. Just think about these questions. And if I asked Rena, did she have some? I could have added to the list. I just asked the hubby. I said, you got a question you want me to write down? But I'm mostly the thinker like that, the deep thinker like that. And my kids is kind of like babies with this. So if I think of some more, I will write them down. And I just might have like a day, once a week, I might just have questions. But this time I had 15. Next time might be just 5. I don't know, y'all. In my brain, it's just set up like this. This is how I'm wired. Everybody ain't wired like this, but you got some out there that is. But for the ones that ain't, just think about it. So, here we go. Question number 1. Do you believe the earth is over 1 million years old? And why? If you believe it is, why? Because that's being taught with evolution. And I can't say how, but I'll stick with the why. 2, who came up with these numbers? Billions, trillions, zillions. And what triggered that question, because I'm always seeing we in $1 trillion of debt. When we just be bankrupt to the core right now, you know, if we in trillions of dollars a day, or did they just blend some words together and come up with that? And if we in trillion, billions and millions and zillion dollars of debt, how many how they kept counting to get to that, to call that that? You get what I'm saying? That's all I want to know. Who came up with those numbers? That's all I'm saying. Number 3. Do you believe man actually really went to the moon? And if he went to the moon, why not the sun? Both of them up there. I'm just saying. It's something to think about. And why? Do you believe men went to the moon? Really went to the moon? And why? Okay. 4. Do you believe that, I might have left some out there, Mars, Jupiter, Venus, Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, and Pluto exist? And why you believe that if you do? Because then at one point, Pluto existed, then it didn't, and now it do again. If something exists, don't it just exist? How you can make it exist 1 minute and not exist another minute? Oh, they did the dinosaurs like that. That's what you said. I was thinking the same thing too. Let's keep it moving. Number 5. What is actually 2020 vision? And who came up with that number? Now, this is my personal thinking. Me thinking outside this little box right here they got us in, right? I went here. I extended my box to here because I'm like, I done did the eye chart. And I know how that eye chart set up. And I look at the letters they have set up and all of them kind of have the same shape. Do anybody supposed to really see that far? And if you can't, does it really matter? What kind of vision did they have in the Bible? I wonder did Moses have 2020 vision? I wonder did Abraham have 2020 vision? I wonder did Noah have 2020 vision when he was building that ark? I just wonder these type of things. Like, really? Wow. I'm just saying, you know, a lot of things is just about money in this business industry. That's just my thinking, though. That's me. It's me. I'm talking me. Right here, me. Okay. That was the 5th question. Number 6. Do you believe Satan has horns and is red? And do you believe he is real? Because some people don't believe in Satan, the devil. Do you believe? And if you do you believe the image that they portray to you, that he's red with horns? I just wonder. I'm just saying. Number 7. Do you believe Jesus is white with blue eyes? Or does it even matter? I'm just saying, you know. I mean, I know this image they done painted. But do you believe that image? Or does it matter to you? Is that the image you got hanging up in your house? Is that the real image? Or does it matter to you? Could he be dark skinned with woolly hair? Or does it matter to you? This is the stuff I think about, people. That's all. I'm just saying. Okay. Number 8. Do you believe hell exists? And or heaven exists? Do you believe that? That hell really exists? And hell. And heaven. Hell and heaven, heaven, hell. Do you believe it exists? I'm just wondering. I just want to know what people believe out here. Number 9. Where do counting calories come from? What is calories again? I don't know. You know, I'm slow. You know what I'm saying? I'm calories and what they call that? Dummies for. They have that little yellow and black book, dummies for computers, technology. They need to have one for calories because I don't understand how all that works. I mean, I don't get it. So do you know where calories come from? And what is calories? Where did vitamins A, D, or K come from? And all the other nutrients? I don't know. Who did that? And when? When? Was that back in the Bible time? Or we evolved and all somebody came and say, oh, how did they do that? I'm stuck. Unstick me, somebody. I'm seriously stuck. I can't even say nothing because I'm like, what is a calorie? I know you just eat and it provide food. It provide what it needs for you because God created us like that. And I know you keep it moving, things gonna happen. But where do these letters come from? I don't know. You know. That's just me. That's me. That's my thinking. I'm just saying. This is me. Okay. Question number 10. Again, what is atoms, protons, and neutrons in a periodic table? What is that? Who came up with that? Came up with these words? What is it? Break it down. Like, show me. I don't know. I don't know. What is all that? What did they come up with all this? From a piece of rock? I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. 11. Do you believe when something say it's organic, that is really organic? You believe that? I was just wondering. 12. Do you believe how much you work out or how healthy you eat will make you live longer? I'm just really wondering about that. I'm wondering. I don't know, you know, because the way my world's set up in the city of Chicago, I know people that do these things and die. I'm just saying, you know, chance happen to us all. Things just happen, right? I don't know, you know, but I'm just throwing my little thoughts out here, you know, just my thoughts that I have time to, because I don't do nothing with my life. But sit at my desk and think. Okay, let's keep it moving. 13. We almost through, y'all. We almost through. Do you believe God is the creator of heaven and earth? Do you believe that? Just one thing. 14. Do you believe that every word in the Bible is inspired by God? And if not, which word? Which word is inspired by God and which words are not inspired by God? How do you determine that if you don't? Do you believe all of it is or some of it is? And if you believe that some is, how you do that? How you know which some is and which some ain't when it's all compiled in one book? I don't know. I don't know if I'm just the only one on this earth that think like this. I don't know, people. I don't know. 15. Last question. Here we go. Do you believe when you vote, do it really matters? Or is voting fixed? Ooh, is it fixed? Or do your vote really matters? Do you believe that? What do you believe? Yeah, so these are the questions that my little old brain came up with when I was sitting at my L-shaped desk. You know. But yeah, on a serious note, I just really would like people to just really think outside the box. Because when people start talking like this, we start getting like antsy, or we close our ears off. And that's why a lot of people, I think, don't even read the Bible. And when I watched that documentary, Trail of Tears, I'm thinking that's what it is, about how the native land just got, and how they just flipped the script on the natives like that. You know, it's real and everything. And I got another question. This is just a bonus question. Because in my research that I have done over a period of years, Thanksgiving is considered to be the day that a lot of the Europeans like killed a lot of natives and cut their heads off and was celebrating because of that. And so they decided to like have a feast about it, which in the beginning I think they would do it once a month and everything, but some president decided that we'll just make, George Washington, he decided to make it a one-day thing, like in November. I don't know if it's some reason why they chose the day that they chose. I don't really remember all that, but he decided on a month to just observe that one day to celebrate the day that they killed the natives. And you know how they have a feast after they do a slaughter and stuff. You know, you can see that in a lot of movies and stuff. And the turkey represented something, the stuffing in the turkey. And the stuffing is supposed to be like, it was something dealing with how they was killing the women and killing the ones that was pregnant and stuff. And the cranberry sauce was supposed to represent the blood that was shed that day. And it's personal to me because my granddaddy is a native. So I would not observe anything that's celebrating the death of a people, a semi-genocide of a people. It's not right. And that's just me. You know, I can't know these things and be comfortable with doing these type of things. I have a conscience like that and everything. And it just takes me into a lot of things that we observe and do. And when I do my research, I weigh it. And I'm like, you know what? I choose not to. Some could be on a personal level, and a lot of them is on a spiritual level. When it comes to paganism, like Easter, Christmas, and Valentine's Day, dealing with Cupid, that was a god, you know. And I'm like the one that was really like illiterate to gods and goddesses and mythology. I learned everything I learned from researching. Not one thing, two things. When I went hard, because that's just how I am, because I like to understand things. I just don't like to read things. I like to understand what I'm reading. So when I make a decision, I can really have a reason, like, this is not, this, You know, I'm not the type that push my beliefs out on other people. I'm like, if people really took time, if they cared to know what is we really doing, you know. We like robots. Like I said, like The Walking Dead, we just follow. You know what I'm saying? We like brainwashed, no brain. You know what I'm saying? We just do what we see people do. Why is that? Why is that? You know, we don't stop to think, why they really doing this? What's the purpose of this? And I don't know. I think God just created me for this. Because everybody don't do it. You know, I don't know why I'm the one that does do that. Sometimes it could become annoying to me. Sometimes I even get frustrated with how my brain's set up and wired, because I be like, dang, here I go again. Why? I have to do it though. I have to research things. I have to get on my computer like, bam, what's this about? Man, the stuff I don't research, especially when it done came to YouTube, I'm like, because I hear things, I'm asking a question. And I'm going to keep on asking out a question until I find an answer. Maybe I got to, if it ain't popped up the first question where I worded it, maybe I got to reword it. And I learned that from researching. Sometimes you got to keep doing it and rewording it before you can find that answer you're looking for that makes sense. So I'm like, it is what it is. But I'm just passing through this, you know. We only here for a little while. You know what I'm saying? It might seem like a long time, but when you hear people in the Bible living to be 900 and some years, and half us living to, some don't make it to 20s, some don't make it out their 30s, some don't make it out their 40s, some don't make it out their 50s. You might get some get to live to be 100. You know, so I consider that a little while. We just here for a little while and everything, and it's serious. And like I used to tell my husband, everything is something. Don't never think nothing is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to the media, because the media to me is the devil playground. That's how I look at it. Television, period. You know, but you got to eat the meat and throw away the bone. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do. But yeah, that's enough. And if I think of some more questions, I'm sure I will. Call again. I don't have nothing to do with my life. But sit here and think about these things. Only me, people. Only me. So if you're watching this video, it's something to just think about. I remember Arsenio Hall, when he had his show back then, way back then, he used to have this little thing he used to say, something that make you go, he'll do this, That's all it's about. And it's just to make us go, And then if it's something that you think about, don't settle in with you, research, pray, ask God to reveal the truth to you, and he will. Trust me. He said, ask, it shall be given. Seek, it shall be found. We're going to be left without no excuse, people. And on that note, I'm out, because I got to get ready to paint. Now I wrote my questions. I got to write down, you know, what all I want to paint. I'm going to go through the house and look around. White. I'm only doing white. And write it down and get the kids theirs, and I have mine. So, yeah. On that note, I hope everybody have a blessed day, safe day, and a productive day, and a protective day. And yeah, my lip. And I'm trying to end this video, okay? I'm trying. But I ate some ribs. I'm burping. I realized I got skin on my lip. It's just me. Okay. And I holla. Bye, y'all. See you when I see you. And just think about it.
They don't know about us. They think we dumb, diddy, dumb. But they gon' know.